Now, with the Republic of South Sudan official, what kind of relationship will the Khartoum government be seeking with Sudan? These are some of the questions that I'm going to be putting to the Deputy Ambassador of Sudan, Mubarak Maghreb Musa, who is joining me tonight in our studios for a Prime News interview. Ambassador, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Now, to start with, what is your reaction to today's independence declaration for South Sudan?
Okay, thank you, Diana. Allow me, Diana, first of all, to take this opportunity and this historical junction in the history of the Sudan and the history of Africa to extend our congratulations to the people of the Southern Sudan and the government of Southern Sudan and the mission here in Kampala on behalf of the government, my government in Khartoum and the people of the Sudan, wishing them all the best and all prosperity, peace and stability. And we are very happy. Of course, it is a mixed feeling. It's not easy for me as a Sudanese to see my country getting divided, but it is the will and the choice of our brothers and we are bound to respect and respect their choice.
Now, Sudan's President Omar al-Bashir attended the celebrations, and Sudan was the first to recognize the independence of South Sudan. What message are you sending?
Okay, the presence of President Omar al-Bashir is very important for the Southerners in the first place. I can imagine that without the presence today, the historical presence of President al-Bashir in Juba today, the streamlining and the gushing of recognition of the government of Southern Sudan in the way we have seen today wouldn't have been easy. So it was very important, the participation. It was the President Bashir was honoring his commitment, the commitment he made in his historical visit to Juba in January this year before the referendum, that when the 9th of July comes, we are not going to be in Khartoum crying or mourning the secession, but we will come and celebrate and join the jubilation and the celebration in Juba. And this is what he did today in the afternoon.
Now, won't this cause internal problems for President Bashir?
No, will not cause. Of course, this is the Sudanese, and this is the spirit of Sudanese that has been displayed and manifested today very clearly.
And then, of course, our top question is, what relationship is Sudan seeking with South Sudan?
Yeah, of course, these are our brothers, of course, and of course we wanted Sudan to be united, and we always keen to maintain Sudan's unity. But it was, as I said, it was the overwhelming decision and the will of the Southern Sudanese people, and we respect it. So secession is only a geographical and a political secession, but the relations are deep-rooted between the people of the Sudanese in the north and south, and it will and we are expecting, aspiring for an exemplary and a consolidated relations with the new state in the south.
Now that South Sudan has successfully seceded from Sudan, are you committed to implementing the rest of the CPA, especially Abyei and the South Kordofan? Yeah,
definitely. And the negotiations have never stopped. And before this, last week, there was negotiations were going on in Ethiopia regarding Abyei and regarding the, of course, what happened, unfortunate incidents in South Kordofan. And then the consultations, of course, and negotiations will continue. It was declared today that it will continue just immediately, or maybe on Thursday. They will proceed to find an amicable and a final solution for all these problems.
When should we expect a referendum in Abyei? And some have argued that they are only interested in the land and not its people. How true is that?
No, there is a problem in Abyei, and of course, and there is the international community and the neighboring states, including Uganda, are also joining efforts to find a solution for the Abyei problem. Yes. And there was also a resolution from the United Nations to solve the problem. It was agreed that Abyei will be demilitarized. And there is a roadmap for solving the problem in Abyei, whether through, now after the secession of the South and independence of the South, whether through a political settlement between the two governments, or proceeding to the referendum that will decide whether Abyei remains part of the North or joins the new state in the South.
And lastly, Ambassador, the South has always defined its relationship with Uganda. What should we expect now?
I think now this is one of the areas, and I mean, one of the contentious issues that Sudan and Uganda will join hand and try to solve this problem, try to solve and help the new state in the south. Of course, there is a lot of work to be done, and there is a lot of work to be done together with Uganda and with the three states for the betterment and the advancement of the people in the three states.
Well, thank you so much. Dear viewers, Ambassador Mubarak Moghrib, the Deputy Ambassador of Sudan to Uganda, and you remember Sudan was the first country to recognize South Sudan as a new state in Africa. And with that, we take a short break and return with more stories. Don't go away.